99.3 Nigeria Info. Welcome to the nation's finest, very first and number one talk station. Happy new month to you. It's the 1st of February 2025. History has it that this is the fastest January to ever January. Hope that you're having a good start to your month. Pray that it's better than the last one. Once again, happy new month. And let me say happy Valentine's. Valentine's, come. Where's your gift? Welcome to the show. It's Relationship 360, and my name is Onyinyechi Adigwe. And today, of course, the baristas in the studio. We have a full house today. Actually, we have guests in the studio who will be sharing with us a true life story. Of course, you will definitely get to meet them shortly and hear from them, and of course, be a part of the conversation through your phone calls and your messages. Topic today is domestic abuse and violence. But before we go into it, let's hear from the barrister. Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Awesome to see you.
Same here.
Thank you, sir.
She's
I want to thank everyone and our guests in the studio as well, for joining us every Saturday morning in about 2-3 months. I think it will be 5 years
wow.
that we have been here talking to you every Saturday morning. I really appreciate everyone, and I welcome you to the first day of February 2025. The year has started moving. For those of you who made New Year resolutions, you have less than 11 months to go. I wish you all the best, including myself. So today I have two sets of guests in the house. First, let us welcome our dear daughter, Gift,
I was so happy to see her
to the house.
Oh, she gave me the warmest hug.
Yes.
Hi, Gift. How are you? That one is all working. So don't worry, just talking to the mic.
Just talking to the mic. Say good morning to everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
Happy New
Thank
Year. How are
you.
you? How are you feeling?
So, for those of you who don't know, she is, well, if you remember a story I said I told in December, was it? No, it was in November, where we rescued her and two younger sisters, including her mother, from a very violent father and husband. In fact, the mother's spinal cord was fractured by the beatings of the husband, and Gift was a sickle cell, what do you call sickle celler? And she was the one who sneaked out of the house to use her neighbor's phone to reach out to us to help her and her sisters and her mother. So we came in afterwards. It was terrible what we saw. She, in fact, had about 7 days left to live. She did not know. She was calling for help for her mother and her sisters, not knowing that her own life was at the verge of ending. Less than 7 days after, she had multiple organ failure. Her kidneys, her liver, her lungs almost gave up. We had to rush her to Basel, where she spent about 2 weeks. And afterwards, exactly 1 month after, she suffered a second crisis and was induced for 2 weeks and 1 day. That's 15 days. It was one of the most terrible, most frightful days of my life, as I witnessed she was on oxygen for almost I stopped counting at the 7th day. It was then I knew that a cylinder of gas, which is taller than her, may not last more than 1 day. And she kept on she had kidney issues, liver enlargement. Her urine was as like Pepsi, blackish brown. It was, so her kidneys, it was just terrible. And I came here, and some of you supported me because the bill was not funny. All those oxygen cylinders, all those tests. I remember one of the tests costing 93,000. But I want to thank God that she's here today. If you have something to say to everyone.
Thank you, and I thank those that helped me for the mission and my life today. Thank you for their support and their kindness. I compliment. I thank you for daddy. God bless everyone.
Amen.
And I also thank you for supporting my mom.
Yes, and
My
that
father's
one, the
surgery.
mother's surgery was yesterday, and it was
Oh,
successful.
thank God.
She's
Oh,
been
God is so
recuperating
good.
from his spinal fracture, and she was kept for 2 years, not
Without
able to
treatment.
walk without treatment in the house by the father, who denied her treatment and denied gift, also going to school for 3 years. So she's in recovery, and we thank God for your support. May God bless all those who sent their prayers, sent their substance to support us there. And that is that. Uh, Thank you, everybody. May God bless and replenish your purse. Madam Mary Rose is the name of Gift's mother. She's recovering well at the Enugu Orthopedic Hospital. So we have been discussing the 7 character traits to avoid when considering your choice for a spouse. The final trait, which was left for me to discuss, was the jobless. However, today we would suspend that as I have some guests with me in the studio. Now, I want to bring our memory back to January. Now, January already was a month marred with terrible domestic violence and loss of lives of spouses due to their marriage, their marital partner, their spouses. So, remember 21st of January, Mrs. Blessingwana was set ablaze by her husband, Mr. Sunday Wana in Abagana, Anambra. The same January, 47-year-old Saeed Ganiyu set ablaze his girlfriend at Jabi Car Park on the 14th of January. Poured petrol on her and set her ablaze in a car park, not even in the house, at Jabi Car Park. In Ikorodu, another man set his wife ablaze 2 weeks ago. January 11th, Timileyin Ajayi dismembered his girlfriend and was caught with his girlfriend's head in a bag. He is a gospel singer in Nasarawa. Also, Suleiman Oyeleye was killed by his 21-year-old girlfriend, Dosumu Esther, when he attacked her in a spate of domestic violence, holding a knife. She struggled and one of them ended up dead. Just this January, 28th of January, another Mr. Sunday Echigi chopped off the hands of his wife in Unsuka, Enugu State, because of an Android phone cut off her hands. Uh, just final weeks of December, one Malami Gabewa of Dubawa village broke his wife's hand and legs for daring to attend a clinic without his permission. While I'm still recovering from the horror of September last year when and one Abia man plucked out his wife's eyes for rituals and stabbed his landlady. The wife is still recovering as she is now permanently blind. The story of domestic violence and abuse continues, and 2025 has started in a bloody note. This is just January. I cannot even, it usually starts to peak in March. But this one has started in January, which tells you that domestic violence is fighting back on our efforts, especially those who choose to remain in abusive marriages with their children. 2025 may just be your year where you will become one of our statistics. I want to introduce our guests in the studio, Mr. Eddie and Mrs. Maria Adigwe. And they will be sharing a story with us about their daughter who cannot be here with us today. For lack of time, let me just go straight into it. Uh, Thank you, Daddy and Mommy. Thank you. For coming, please come closer to the mic. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for coming all the way. So, like I have introduced, Mommy, let me just allow you to introduce yourself.
Thank you very much, Barrister Mrs. Maria Adigwe. I just retired from civil service, federal civil service.
Oh, wow, fantastic. And Daddy,
Yes, I'm a retired police officer a long time ago now.
Daddy is a retired police officer,
Yeah,
and Mommy is also a retired. Please, Daddy and Mommy, do you mind if I ask you what your age is, Mommy?
I'm 62 years old.
Daddy,
I'm 73 now.
Daddy is 73. So let's talk about your daughter. How many children do you have?
I have 6 children.
6 children, and the person we're here to talk about today is
Number three is the third child.
what is her full name?
Her name is Ifoma Mrs. Ifoma Naj ni Adigwe.
All right. So, Mommy, what happened? When did Ifoma get married?
Ifoma got married in on 22nd November 2008. She was 27 years old then, and she was working, a graduate of University of Lagos,
Unilag.
Unilag, and she passed out with a 2-1.
Fantastic.
Yes,
And
in
was working.
English, and she was working in Zenith Bank at just Adogun.
That's head office.
Yes, head office.
Wow.
Later on, she and her colleague, opened a branch still at just Adogun. So she became the head of customer service there.
And I just said,
Yes.
that put all these beautiful
Yes.
decors for us.
Yes.
Okay. So she got married to whom?
She got married to Mr. Uchenna Obiwanne Nnaji.
And
They knew themselves in Zenith Bank.
you said they got married what year?
2008.
Okay. So what happened? What happened after the marriage?
After the marriage, my daughter had to, the husband got another job at Halliburton and went to Port Harcourt.
The husband was working where before?
He was working in Zenith.
Okay, so
But
both
because-
of them, okay.
Yes, because of the policy of Zenith, husband and wife can't work in the same. So the husband, being an engineer, got a job with Halliburton, and then he now left
Sincere
to
apologies.
Port Harcourt.
Have we not mentioned the names of the organizations in particular? So we can just say we worked with this company. So instead of mentioning the name of the bank or construction company, we just generic terms. Thank you really much.
All right. So at least so what happened, man? Because we have
When she got married, not quite long, she started reporting of beating and battling, from her husband. And then later she told me that she was pregnant. She called and said she was pregnant. And we rejoiced. About 6 months into the marriage, she said she was pregnant. We rejoiced with her. And 3 months after, her call again was that she was bleeding. That she has already prepared to go to work, but that she unfortunately she started bleeding. And then I now called the husband. What happened? And he told us that we should go to the airport and go and wait for her. That she's coming to the airport, so we know how to help her. We got to the airport. She came. She arrived, soaked in blood.
from the aeroplane.
Yes, she was soaked in blood.
Sorry, she wasn't living in Lagos, so you were living in Lagos.
Yes,
She moved
to Port Harcourt because of the husband.
Oh, because of the new job.
Yes.
Oh,
New job.
wow, okay.
Yes.
So she moved to Port
Port
Harcourt
Harcourt.
to be with the husband.
And when she was bleeding, she
Yes, the husband called. Mommy, that
Yes,
your daughter is coming to
Coming.
meet with you
Yes,
in Lagos.
yes.
So you should go and meet her at the airport.
airport.
So we went to pick her at the airport, and then when you saw her, she was bleeding
She was soaked in blood.
at the airport.
Yes, I had to take her to the restroom to go and clean her up. And straight from the airport, we went to the hospital. And so the hospital belongs to a gynecologist. And straight from there to the theater. And then she was DNC was performed on her.
She lost the baby. That
She
was
lost.
back then.
Yes, the doctor said if she had come like 2 hours ago, that he would have saved the child. That's what the doctor said. He said he would have saved the child. But right now, that the child cannot be saved.
Cannot be saved. Wow.
So he brought out the baby, and at the time she was in the theater, the way the husband was calling and panicking, showed her something, you know. So later on, when she became strong,
Did she tell you the cause of the loss of the baby?
she didn't tell us.
She didn't tell you.
She didn't at this stage. She didn't tell us, but later she told us.
At this stage. Okay, so carry on. So what was the second pointer for you?
Then after that, she got pregnant again and got her first baby. Later, when she took it again, this man beat her again, seriously. That first baby, the husband wasn't around. He was in Egypt.
That's why she could carry to full term.
Yes,
For how long? How long was he?
for 6 months. So the baby was delivered in his absence, and I took care of the mother and the baby. From Lagos, I followed her down to Port Harcourt until the husband came back. That was when I came back.
So what happened after that?
After that, she got another miscarriage. She was treated in Port Harcourt. She told us she was treated. After that one,
Did she tell you this time the cause of the miscarriage?
yes, she told us that if anything should happen to her, that we should hold Uchenna Nnaji responsible, that Uchenna Nnaji wants to kill her. When she was saying it, I was there, my husband was there, my other daughter too was there. She was crying. And she told us that she just got a miscarriage again, and now that she can no longer hide Uchenna Nnaji. That first one she came to Lagos, that he was responsible. He accused her of making an expensive hair. That the hair she made was too expensive. And
But she was a banker now.
she was a banker, and she was even the head of customer service.
She was earning well.
She was earning well. It was her money.
It was her money.
It was her money. Several times I have settled the issue of her of money. Monetary issue. And
What was the monetary issue? Maybe he had a job, she has a job.
he has a job, but he said his job that they are not paying him well.
So she was earning more than him.
That yes, she was earning more than him.
And how did that become an issue?
I don't know.
So it's wasteful.
So even take children that
He said she's wasteful
yes,
on her money.
on her money. Anytime she takes children out when there is a festival like Christmas or New Year or holidays for recreation, she will be in trouble. That she has gone to waste money. And I told you, I said, if my husband should hear this, he will take this child, he will take his child from you, because he used to take us to different places. We used to go to Bar Beach on picnic. We used to go to even Federal Palace to listen to live band. That he takes, or we live in Victoria Island. We lived in 1004 for years. And we go out. So it's not waste, it's recreation. I have settled. Yes.
Okay.
So and it is this monetary issue that makes him bitter all the time. And my daughter told me that he doesn't contribute to the upkeep of the house. That she was the one doing everything. The only thing he does is he will go and buy this garri that draws. That's what he eats. That's what he likes to eat. That's the only thing he buys and keeps in the house. So after that, she got pregnant and gave birth to her second child.
That is 2 miscarriages, and now this is the
second child.
Okay.
And I went for Omugwo. Right there, as I was there on Omugwo, he attempted beating her again.
In front of you?
Yes, and she got that baby through cesarean operation.
But wait, man. When you knew that there was violence in this marriage, why did you wait for so long? As in, why did you endure this?
Can I?
That first time, maybe my husband can
please, sir.
come in at this
You
time.
see, when this man came to marry my daughter, I saw it coming. I have a discerning spirit, and I objected to the marriage. And the battery was too much. I couldn't bear it again. So I traveled to Port Harcourt to take this child from her.
You went to Port Harcourt?
I went to Port Harcourt to retrieve this girl because she was beating her. The father was aware, they all pleaded with me before I left her.
Please, sir, sincere apologies. We need to go on a break, so we'll allow you to gather yourself. When we come back, we'll continue. Thank you very much. Stay with us, 99.3.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
You can
99.3
take
Nigeria
it off.
Info. Let's talk.
You can
Hello. Are you wonderful?
Yes.
You look like your name.
Thank
Good morning.
you.
How are you?
I'm good.
My name is Onyinyechi. Mr. Sheriff told me that you'll be coming.
Yes, I've actually been
Oh, you've been
outside.
here? Oh,
Yes.
sorry. Okay, so you're waiting for the break. You're welcome.
Yes.
Maybe you can pull in a chair from there so you can sit.
Like,
Okay, that's your yes. So we'll talk properly when there's a break. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Chicken nugget.
That is for the book.
yes. How many minutes do we have?
Have less than a minute now. Just 2
Fantastic.
hours.
I'm so sorry. I need to go people make assertions from very secret and biased places.
So wherever I stop.
Teachers and schools. How you're talented.
No, just
And
I wanted to switch the camera.
So the nation's number one talk station. It's still Relationship 360 and still discussing domestic abuse and violence with Barrister Olumide Kayode Omoshiri. My name is Onyinyechi Adigwe and we have our guests in the studio, Mr. and Mrs. Adigwe. Mr. Adigwe, you were speaking before we had to go. We'd like to allow you to continue.
Yes,
Please come closer to your
that marriage, before the marriage proper, I sworn that that marriage will not be possible. And I see it's going to be over my dead body. But very many people came to me to plead on our behalf and so on and so forth. And the day the marriage was to be contracted as Surulere, I collapsed. I was rushed to the hospital. I was not the one who even collected the dowry. It was my elder brother from Ibadan. And it was from the hospital they came to plead for me to come and follow them. People came to persuade me. So I will have to go to the church with them and handed over my daughter to Uchenna. So I regretted that move. And I must say that when this marriage started, I traveled to Port Harcourt. When this unfortunate incident started, I traveled to Port Harcourt to retrieve this girl from him. But my daughter refused. Eventually, they were transferred to Ivory Coast.
I think I heard something that when you refused to give your
Consent.
somebody threatened.
Yes, my daughter threatened that if I persist, she will commit suicide.
Unless she marries.
Unless marry that Uchenna.
Okay, so please go ahead. You
So later, they got Uchenna was transferred to Cote d'Ivoire. I think he got another job from Alibotin now. He went to Slambaja. So he was transferred to.
we will not call the names of.
Okay. So sorry.
No problem, sir.
It's
So
emotional.
so they left for Cote d'Ivoire. There we started another issue came up again. Battering and beating. This time around, my wife had the news. I was staying at Ikorodu this time around. My wife was staying at Lady will move us out of 1004. So we have to relocate. In the process, my wife was staying at Surulere with other two children, and he had the news. So I had to travel to Ivory Coast. Getting to Ivory Coast, he saw a terrible thing. This time around, my daughter was in coma. She was in coma from the beating. And I couldn't bear it. My daughter died. He died in the hands of this man. And our people came to inform me in our house. The information came to us. So I said, okay, let them go and bring the body. They delayed. Not knowing Uche Anna and the family, we were planning to take her to Umuahia so that we will know the cause of death. They prevented us from knowing the cause of death. The information came to me. We went to the airport and intercepted the body with some of my kinsmen. We took this body away, not knowing that it was a connivance between the mortuary undertaker that was to convey her to Umuahia. I didn't know it was the mortuary something facility we were taking her to. I didn't know I was taking her there because our mind was to do autopsy. So when we got to the mortuary, we dropped our body. Then the following day, we reported the matter to the police of Zone 2. Zone 2 prevented us from doing autopsy because this man had money.
I don't understand. Zone 2, the
The police Zone 2.
After getting the corona
After going corona inquest, Zone 2 deprived us from conducting
I don't
autopsy.
understand. How did they do that?
they threw away the file.
They told us the file was missing. Many a times we were to go to autopsy, to the hospital. I mean, to the mortuary to take her to the where we booked for the autopsy. That's at Lutz. We have a doctor there waiting for us.
Sorry, how they prevented? How long was the body with?
The body was at that time 2 months. On the whole, the body of my daughter was in the mortuary for 2 years. It was Uche prevented us.
In 2 years,
It was in 2 years.
You couldn't do an autopsy.
They didn't even allow you.
They didn't allow us. We were the one. I was the one that the person, my daughter, my son, and I.
Please, can I come in at this stage?
Please,
Because what actually happened to her was blood in her brain. Because he hit her head on the wall. My daughter told me, I went to Cote d'Ivoire myself. They invited me for a child dedication of their last child. I was there. And she told me, I saw the way she was behaving, and she told me, and she showed me the wall where Uchenna hit her head. Or it's a tiled wall. And I comforted Uchenna, so you are still beating this child. You are still beating my daughter. He said, Mommy, that is a misunderstanding. He said that she has been treated. But she continued. So I took her to the hospital myself. I took her to the hospital in Bisan because I've been there before. So I took her there and she was treated with antibiotics or Augmentin and has to go. So on 6 days that I left Cote d'Ivoire, she called me on phone. Mommy, Uche, mommy, Uche again. She was calling me. And I said, what happened? I couldn't hear her again, not knowing that Uche had snatched her phone and ran down because they live on the 3rd floor. He ran down. So I now started calling Uche. Uche said yes, that he will go up now to see her. Later he said he has given her paracetamol. I said, let me talk to her. He said, I cannot talk to her. I said, why? Let me talk to her. Where is her phone? Why am I talking to you with you? Let me talk to her. She called me. I was the one that informed Uche that her wife was in trouble, was in pains. He ran down, left her in that pains. So later he said that he will take her to the hospital. He took her to a hospital where they immunize children. He left that Bisa where she was treated before, and she stayed 24 hours in that hospital before they now referred her to Bisa. When she got there, they said there's blood in her brain and they are going to perform operation on her brain. I said, Uche, you cannot do that. Don't do any operation in Cote d'Ivoire. She has just come back from US. Take her to US. He said the mother also said so, but she will not be able to go to US. That Cote d'Ivoire, that hospital is good, this and that. And then later on, she did that operation. They opened her brain up and bandaged it. She was in ICU room with all the tubes, everything fixed into her nose. She was supposed to be, anything that she was supposed to eat was supposed to be liquid. Uchenna sent me a picture where she was eating rice and stew. And I said,
who gave her rice and stew?
It's Uchenna that I gave her, because when she now entered, I said, Uchenna, I want to come to Cote d'Ivoire. She said, Mommy, wait, you will come. Later on, she called, it was my daughter Hinako.
Sorry, ma.
Yes.
She, in that state, will be sustained by life support. The
No,
tube,
she was not in the life support that
that
time.
is, the tube was going through her mouth
Yes.
to assist her in breathing,
Yes.
and also whatever food that she will eat will be passed through the tube. How will she be eating rice and stew?
He removed the tubes now.
Which hospital is this?
Well, are there no nurses there?
They left her with which, because the hospital, his company, yes, they are thinking husband. The company is the one paying the bill, so they left her. They left her with so when she now eventually entered into that action alone sent her into coma. So he now called us that called my daughter. He couldn't call me. He called my daughter that he doesn't know how mommy will take this news that Ifeoma is in coma. When my daughter now told me, I rushed to the airport and I wanted to go. They said there's no flight to Cote d'Ivoire. The next day, it was that Uchena's company in Lagos here that booked my flight and my daughter's flight. My daughter, that is also a doctor, two of us went. We met Ifeoma unconscious with her two eyes wide open. I said, what is this? What happened? Why is she like this? I took that picture which you sent to me. I showed it to the hospital. Because they speak French, they don't speak English. They said, what is this? They are not aware of this. They are not aware.
That he's eating rice. She's eating rice.
Yes. They said they are not aware. That they didn't know. That they are not aware. That's what they told me. Oh, because in the medical reports they gave to Uche, they said so that she was doing well after the operation, but suddenly she went into coma. They didn't know what happened. They didn't know that.
So that singular act of making her eat what she wasn't supposed to eat.
While she was on the tube, when the tube was still connected to supply oxygen and whatever.
She was not.
So it could have been avoided.
It could have been avoided. He wanted her to die, but God saved her. That operation was successful. Now, he now planned another way to kill her. It was not through this food.
Maybe if you don't want to marry, you will not marry.
So later on, I was there for 4 days with her praying. With the baby. The baby was just 3 months old. Then she passed out. My daughter died. Do you know that day my daughter died? Uchenna knew she was going to die that day. He planned it. He told me that he's going to sleep in the hospital that day. I said, I will sleep too. He said, no, that he will call me. When Uchenna called me, I saw him. He was having gloves in his hand. He said he was trying to press her. I said, press her for what?
In the hospital, I don't know.
Yes, he said that she had a heart attack. That he was trying to Uchenna. I said, why would you be the one doing this CPR? In the hospital.
The baby handing over.
Then after that, I couldn't even do anything. I said I was going back to Nigeria. The church people came and said I should go back with the 3 children because she has 3 children. That I should go back. Jenna said he was only ready to release the last child. So the paper for her to go to Nigeria, she doesn't have. We went to Nigerian embassy. We couldn't get the passport. Then he now got an emergency. He got the emergency paper for me to take her. Got her ticket for myself.
And
the 3 of you.
You have been raising the
child. I've been raising the child since that 3 months. This March 19th, she will be 10 years old without any contribution from Uchenna Naji. He refused to do anything concerning her upkeep. I and my husband have been the one
taking care of
the child.
So what now?
So because the autopsy was not done and her corpse was abandoned in the mortuary, we had to go to court. So the case it was now the judge that gave order that she has to be buried. After the burial,
2 years.
Yes, after the burial,
2 years.
2 years.
Wait, how? Let me understand. The police, the IPO on the matter.
Yes.
Misplaced the file.
They told us that an order came from Abuja that they should send the file to Abuja.
That's so
Okay,
unfair. They didn't
okay.
even allow parents
Okay,
to get
so
permission.
okay.
And they got corona inquest. They got corona inquest that gave
So
them
do the
permission
autopsy.
to do the autopsy. They
They
didn't do it.
because the cause of death will reveal.
Because
Yeah,
and-
Uchenna has an uncle who is a commissioner in Abuja in the police. So he used him to intercept that autopsy.
Okay, okay, man.
The baby.
So what now?
The baby, we have been in court. He later applied that he wanted the baby, and the judge denied that they won't give you the baby because the case before her is a case of murder. That until it is cleared, you cannot take this baby. So we have been in court. Then on 22nd of January this year, the baby was going to
last week.
Last week.
Where is Uche? Where has he been in Nigeria?
The information we had is that he has located, because while my daughter was still in mortuary, he got married. Another woman.
The woman that married him, does she know his history?
Wait, hold on.
The woman that married him is a woman I saw him with in 2012 in Abuja in his brother's wedding. Yes, he told me is her cousin.
Okay,
Is his cousin.
let's just we have very few minutes now. He got married within the 2 years before you could
Bury our daughter.
bury your daughter.
Yes.
Okay, so now you've been taking care of
We'll be taking care of this baby
and
all alone.
How old is the baby now?
The baby will be 10 years in March. Will be 10 years.
So
Kidnapped now.
She did kindergarten, nursery, and primary. She graduated.
She's now in
She's now in a secondary school, one of the best secondary schools in Ikorodu.
okay.
On her way to school now.
On her way to school, she was going to school.
With the
On her way, we used to take her in our car. The car broke down, so we rented another vehicle that would be taking her. There were 3 students from the same school that this vehicle used to take and bring back. So on their way to school, 3 jeep, 3 cars filled with armed policemen intercepted them on the road.
When that was
On the 22nd of January.
that's last week.
Yes, that was last week. Intercepted them, and then they asked this child to come down. She said she was not going to come down. Who are you people? I don't know you. They said she was shouting, I don't know you. Why are you asking me to come down? I'm going to school. They dragged her out. The lady police officer in black suit dragged her, and she saw that she was heavy because she's very plump. Everyone admires her. If she's passing, they call her Robo, you know.
Okay.
So when that one saw that she couldn't carry her alone, she invited one of the men that came with them,
And they dragged her.
and they dragged her. And they said she was even shouting.
They kidnapped your child.
Yes,
The
they
police
dragged
were-
her, and the other 2 students that were in the car, they were all shivering. They wanted to even run, and they
So
would have been crushed.
where are the policemen?
The
Did they
policemen
identify
now-
themselves?
Yes, the policemen, after that, they handed her over. They put her in a black jeep. That was where Uchenna was. So Uchenna drove away with her, and the policemen asked their remaining 2 cars to ask the driver to take them to bring them to our house. So the 2 cars, jeeps, they came to our house with the driver,
With the policemen.
with the policemen. One of them entered his vehicle. So they now came and started knocking on our door. The driver
Our
called
gate.
our gate.
And then
When we came out, we saw them. They said, "Oh, yeah, that we should enter their car." They were doing all the sympathizers that came. They were scaring them and said,
We
"If
go.
you don't go away, we will
Fire.
shoot you. We blow your head." All of them, everybody now ran away, and they were staying afar and watching us. They said we should enter their car. That they are from Zone 2 Police Command. I said Zone 2.
Again.
Zone 2. They said, I said, you have come again, Zone 2, that you are a defendant in our case. We have a case with you. You are a defendant, you are a second defendant. Uchenna Naji is our first defendant. You are the second
Mortuary
defendant.
is not on that one.
So what are you doing here? They said no, that's not why they are here. That the AIG asked them to bring us. In our nightgown, they said we should enter. So I cannot. I'm also a Nigerian citizen. I cannot follow you in a nightgown. I have to wear my clothes. So the lady officer That's the one that dragged
Grandpa.
Chigozie away from the car and with her colleague and handed over to the father. She now followed us into our house, entered our parlor, and stayed for us to wear our dress. So I just
Did she identify herself?
yes,
Yeah,
they are all of them.
No name there.
She didn't. It was.
Okay, you don't have her name?
I have it was later when I got the name of the team leader because that one was too harsh to us.
What's his name?
His name is Nambo, DSP Nambo.
Go ahead.
He is the IPO. That's what they called him. He's the IPO. He gave me. I have his number. I have his name.
So you got to zone
We
2
got to
now?
zone 2. They said that there's a petition against us from Uchenna Naj that we kidnapped the baby when she was 3
This
months.
child had been with you since she was 3
Since
months.
she was 3
For
months.
almost 10 years.
He took us to the airport at Cote d'Ivoire where we were going. He bought our tickets. He gave me the hospital the child
It's
could
okay.
attend
It's okay.
in Nigeria.
It's
All
okay.
the documents, they are all in the court file.
Okay, hold on, ma. So now you got to zone 2. We don't have time.
We
have
got
5
to
minutes.
zone 2. They said we should write statements. After writing statements, the man this Nambo took us to the
Yeah.
he's a team leader.
Team leader.
CSP Mba. He took us there and the man started interviewing us. After that, the man brought in Uchenna Naji, which is the lawyers and the particular man because he had come to our house after the burial of our daughter with two men that with gun.
Yeah,
He has come to threaten us. He has been threatening our life. That why are we talking? Why who gave us the right that that the wife that died is his wife, is his property?
Yeah, okay.
That we don't have any rights over her.
Okay, 3 minutes more. What happened at zone 2 now?
Now at zone 2, Uchenna came and said actually that I did not kidnap the child. That he handed over the child to me. But what made him to start talking like that is that he wants to not that he wants to take the child back. He said he wants to
Play back.
play back. He wants
Teach you a lesson.
yes that he wants people to sympathize with him and that we are accusing him of killing our wife.
So what did the police
So
do
the
now?
police now said that we should
Make statement.
after making statement, we decided that we were going to see the AIG. So I went myself. I went and saw the AIG.
2 minutes more.
After seeing the AIG said we should go and write a counter petition that he has heard this story. We should go and write a counter petition. We wrote and brought. Our lawyer was not around. They even gave us. They snapped the petition they wrote against us and said we should give it to our lawyer to respond. But our lawyer was not around, so we had to respond ourselves. When we now brought the petition, we went to the AIG, and then the AIG was so annoyed when he started reading what we wrote. The involvement of zone 2 police officers, they were 12 in number, all with guns, just for a baby. And that is just 10 years old. Just to be able to kidnap that baby.
Okay. So now what has happened?
Is she still
Up till
okay?
now, we have not even
Seen her.
we have not seen her. We told them we want to see her. Her schoolmates are asking of her. Her
So
teachers are asking of her.
have they returned the child to
Up
you
till
when
now,
they
they have
found out,
not.
when they saw that it was
And he even said you didn't kidnap him.
Yes,
so?
and we told them the case is in court, 2 courts. Now we are in court with this man on this child issue and on the death of our daughter.
The child is
So
on appeal.
okay, now so how did you get in touch with me? Who gave you?
Somebody hinted us.
Somebody hinted us and told us, people who have been coming to us. They know how we have been.
sympathizers.
They know how we have been taking care of
Okay.
this child.
Okay, we
They
have
know.
1 minute more.
So they came and said that the person that can help us is a barrister. And they told us his name. They said we should cry to him that he will be able to help us. We are
asking Nigerians to help us.
Nigerians to help
We
us.
don't have a godfather. Uche has godfather.
This is
Okay.
He's influencing
What happened
everything.
in
He has
He has
used those
money.
twice now. He has used those.
Twice now they are suppressors.
He has said that the
Twice
first
now.
one, the first one, he succeeded.
We are pleading
He
to
succeeded in
Inspector
not doing the
General.
autopsy. He knew what to do again for them to be able to
Okay.
get this side.
So
These
now,
are my issues. Very inhumane things are happening, and the very people you are supposed to go to at first point are the ones perpetrating this evil. If the police is working with a citizen to kidnap somebody's child, who are you supposed to
12
report
people
to?
with so
God,
anyway,
man.
so we
When we now run the petition,
They
and
said
the
us to
and
change.
the AIG, saw it with red. I mean,
So-
they said we should go. This team leader said that if we want him to help us, we should go and change
That we are-
and amend.
That we are
Yes,
We
advocating
should go and amend that our own
petition
petition.
And they're not
that
even
what
hiding.
That we should go and amend it. We should remove zone 2, the involvement of zone 2. That we are, if we indict them,
Okay.
they will not be able to help.
And they're
Okay.
not even disguising.
So it is. We don't have time.
They are showing
So-
themselves.
So the
Up till now, they have not arrested that man.
they have not returned the
They
They've
child.
not returned the child.
So now we
We are
were
pleading-
able
we
to.
are-
Okay, go ahead,
we
sir.
are
In
appealing to
closing,
we are
in closing.
closing remark. We are please. We are free citizens of this country. We are
And you
pleading-
have
we are-
served this country
And I
as
served
a
it.
police officer. That's what I'm
Police officer.
wondering. I'm not a
Police
young, not a small
I'm
police
not
officer.
a small police officer. I had my part of my training in UK. So we don't do this type of thing. Well, but police, I don't know what is happening. We are asking Inspector General, please, to please intervene. Asking Fashola, Governor Sanwo-Olu, to please, this is your territory.
Okay.
The IG, our president, to come to our aid. We once went to area N to report to this Uchenna who have been terrorizing us, sending people to us, spying us.
Okay.
We are
Threatening
pleading.
our lives. He has been
Okay.
threatening our lives.
It's okay, mommy. It's okay.
We don't even know what he will do next
Duro,
now.
it is okay. It is okay. It
It
is very okay. So the first thing I did was when they told me, I met with them, and we've gone to the American embassy. Kevin wants to take her to America. That's where he is.
Yes.
So we've alerted them that there's a
We even
gentleman-
saw him in
So there's a letter there now informing them about this gentleman and the
Yes.
fact that he wants to kidnap a child. Because what he wants to do is to do the passport and then take her away. So now the American embassy is aware. Now we are now going to move.
Immigration is also aware.
Immigration is
Yes,
also aware.
we have written
Fantastic.
to them.
So now we want to now move to the police, and they have to. Even they don't know where the child is.
We don't know.
Even the police don't know where
Sorry,
the
the
child
other
is.
Yes.
two children. He's only interested in this last one.
No,
Because
The other two
children-
children, they are with him. They have been with him. He refused
Oh,
to.
so
He
he
said he
wants
was
to-
not going to release those ones that time.
So this is.
They were 5 years and 2 years old that at that
So
time.
this is my point to everybody listening to this. You know, at times it is rather foolish of us to remain in an abusive. Let us say, okay, she wanted to marry at all costs. The father said no. The father had seen his character, said no over my dead body. And the day they came, almost true to the fact that he said over his dead body, he collapsed. But still, some of you family people that come to be begging and let them marry, now that they are in trouble, where are all of you that were begging him to allow them to marry, that went to collect bride price, that went to celebrate, that were begging him when he said no? All of you that will be begging people, but when the consequences of your begging comes, you have disappeared. Nobody is there suffering with them. And I always tell people that go around to be begging people, give them one more chance. Now, they've lost a daughter, they've lost a granddaughter. For you that remain in abuse and are waiting for the public, you are waiting for Barrister Olumide, you are waiting for people to tell you what to do. Going to church, going to this, tell your... If you like, don't leave. Don't leave. You know, I'm done with pleading with you, but that statistic, we will read your name as one. You saw how many people we've read their names today? We will read your name as well.
We need to take a short break, and I think it's very much needed. When we come back, the conversation continues. It's time for Nigeria.
More talk, more.
That time that
Welcome back to the show. 99.3 Nigeria Info. we're going ahead. That makes sense.
That time that she was receiving this beating from Uchenna, I also received. He hit my head with a
Mommy,
red card.
why did you should have taken this child out?
That's why I told her, I said, we are going to Lagos. You are leaving this marriage. He said, Mommy, please, that he's praying for him, that he has
Praying for him.
that he has a poor parenting, that the mother and father are not living together, that he's from he's a
and she is her beating will
that she will
change his
continue to
character.
pray because she is very, very religious. She said she will be praying that he will change. She was hoping that he will change. She didn't know she will lose
You
her
said
life.
something. You
Yeah,
said that his father used to beat his own mother.
Yes, because the father had pleaded with me to call his wife. He said I should call his wife to come back because the wife has run to America for over 60 years at that time that the father told me. And I told her
Ran because of
so when I now called her, she told me I should not mind that man. That she has no body for anybody to continue beating.
So the father was beating the mother.
Yes, the father
ran away.
the mother ran away. Yes.
How many minutes?
And the father told me that Uchenna told her that the beating that the mother was receiving from the father is small to the beating she will be receiving from him.
Okay. So for those of you on changing changers that you are praying that they will change, at the end of the day, we have a cause. We have children without a mother. We have grandparents without their daughter and granddaughter. Continue to pray on. Let those religious leaders be deceiving you, telling you, don't worry, it is praying, pray for him, not to run for your life at the end of the day. Look at a highly decorated bank officer. I heard that Gemovia gave her 3 commendations.
3 commendations. She had 3 commendations for outstanding performance.
A loss to the banking industry,
yes.
A loss to her parents, a loss to her siblings, a loss to Nigeria.
Take a time check now.
Let's take a
It's
time
about
check.
the 80. Take a time check.
No stress.
Mr. Olumide Carrier is here. Mr. and Mrs. Adigwe are here. My name is Oninichi Adere. We're still talking about domestic abuse and violence. Heart-wrenching, very sad and tragic story.
So I'm just trying to. You see, please, if you work for a newspaper, if you are a journalist, a reporter, I would like you to have a personal interview with Mr. and Mrs. Adigwe to share their stories, to see the pictures. If you are a blogger, please reach out. In fact, I don't mind using, you come and in my office like this, people will have a full time, come and do your interview. I want this to be printed in the media, print media, to be said. If you also have TV stations and you want to have their interview, I'm going to spread this all across. The involvement of the police is very shameful, especially officers of Zone 2. Especially officers of Zone 2, where I used to have some respect. I believe there are still credible police officers there, but this is a shame that a man will use policemen to kidnap a 10-year-old and you come armed, you take the child away without a court order. You cannot take a child without a court order or the person willingly handing the child over to you. From grandparents that had raised the child for 10 years because of how much?
Even obstructing
you did not expect that they would come to somebody like me. For those of you that go around begging and pleading for abusive people, may your own children reap your rewards. Those that go around telling people, don't worry, pray, it will work, don't worry, they will change. We will see whether your own problems will change. I'm tired of this misleading people into remaining in abusive marriages. And you that are in an abusive marriage, when will your mind tell you, your brain reset, that life, there is no, for your children? This is how I told you that men that beat their wives are men who grew up watching their mothers being beaten by their father, an intimate partner, or a family member, until they have accepted it. Now, this is how you transmit abuse from one generation to the other. And those of you that appeal to them, saying, because of the children, stay. Knowing that these children would become, how can you keep reproducing your abuser?
I told you that once abuse starts, reproduction must stop. Why? Because you will raise children that will become like your abuser. Number two, why would you bring children into danger? We'll open the phone lines now. You know, when I say every third Saturday of the month, there is the purple curtain that you should come. You in abusive marriages, you will see, you say you've been trying my number. I would be at an event. I say everybody, every third Saturday, 12 to 3, at number 14 Ogulano Drive. I will be there live and direct. Those of you that have questions, those of you that need help, you will see me in person. You people, you will stay in your houses. You will stay and you start calling me on the phone. Now I would not pick it. If you want to talk to me, you will come to the purple curtain. When you are in need of help, when you are in abusive marriages, you don't know what to do. I said, come there. Let us talk. You will meet people like you. This breaks my heart. You know, this breaks my heart. Can you imagine parents that should be what? Reaping the fruits of their labor. Now they are still chasing around grandchildren because of the mistake of their daughter in falling in love and insisting to marry a person from an abusive home. Let's open the phone lines, please.
If you'd like to be a part of the conversation, very brief.
Very brief, please. No greeting to me, no greeting to anybody. Just go straight to the point, please. Thank you.
The numbers to call 0201-277-0993. That's for the men, 0201-277-0993. And for the women, yours is 0201-465-7190. That's 0201-465-7190. We have WhatsApp as well, 0809 597-5805. Of course, Skype for anyone else in the country who wants to call. Nigeria is with them. Same handle on YouTube and on X as well. You can leave a comment on either of those platforms. 1 minute when you call. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Good morning, ma'am.
Zone 2 is a Lord unto themselves. Those guys are Lord unto themselves. Barrister, thank you for your good job, but I think they should go further and petition the IG. That is when they can get attention. Zone 2 is
thank you.
They operate, those guys are just operating from different.
Thank you very much. We will do that. Thank you. Pastor Ladipo, thank you, sir.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. Same to you. All right, go ahead.
Please, Barrister, if any police in this country that involved in this case, please, Barrister, do something for this case. Please, Barrister, is anybody...
Barrister is one person. Barrister is one person with almost 70 cases. Barrister is just one person. No, you also have to help your fellow men. So you two come out.
All right, thank
I'm living with my life. I'm okay. I'm not lady somebody. I'm fried granite and fufu, and I'm living fine.
Thank you, ma. I'm happy to hear this.
With my peace.
I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you very much. I can feel you. Go ahead.
99.3. Welcome to the show. Good morning. Go ahead, ma'am.
Am I?
Yes, you
Nigeria
are.
Info.
Please,
Yes, you
go
are.
ahead.
Thank you. Please go ahead.
My name is Mrs. Chidi from Gwerigwe. My heart goes for those daddy and mommy. It's just that I am sorry that before police is a refuge, but now they are disappointing. I'm sorry. Thank you.
So you need to understand also that there are some good policemen. So let's not use one for the other. But now the people the exact people we are talking about, let us face those ones. Yes, that is zone 2 now. Let's move on. How they connive to kidnap a child, a 10-year-old child.
99.3. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
You know what to say. But I just pray that this will be another statistic that will be thrown under the bed. This will be made thinkable. So as you were speaking, I got in contact with somebody from this day newspaper, and she's willing to work with you on this case. Bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Justice will be served. Mama, Papa, God will give you justice. God will console you. Your grandchild will be back with you. That is everything.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen.
I think an immediate step is to circulate this Uchenna Naji's picture. Let everyone know that this is a wanted.
No, you see, that should be done by the police before they now turn it and say cyberbullying. You know what? Let us wait.
So he obviously has people in high places in police. That's why he's been able to be a tyrant for so long.
The issue is that the matter has been hidden. You see, you can only use people when the matter is hidden. But when the matter is now open, even the high people will remove their hands because they don't want to lose their jobs because of one particular person.
Yes, and I'm calling on the leadership or the authorities in the police. This is a huge reputational disaster to the entire force.
This is an absolute disgrace.
The good ones, because they are good ones, like you have said. I think that something should be done.
This is a disgrace.
Show that you are not part of this.
Preventing an autopsy for 2 years.
That's so unfair. You
can't
find
the
parents
case.
Closure to.
Please, let's just move on.
So many inhumane things in one story. Goodness gracious. 99.3, good morning. Apologies. Good morning, 99.3. Welcome to the show.
Please turn off your radio. Let's move to another.
Okay. Welcome, sir.
Please, right now, you can go to Zone 2 now. The AIG that we have there is a very sincere man. I had a case recently there, and the man was shocked when he heard what his boys were doing. So please go there. He will give.
Sir, you heard that we are coming from there. Do you understand? You heard that they met with the AIG. And you see, the AIG also, like you have said, was surprised. But it is beyond just writing a memo. Where are the children, the boys? Even after the AIG's memo, what has happened? Have they returned the child? Do they know where the man is? They themselves are saying they don't know where he is. How can you give children to someone you don't know where he is? How can your policemen come and kidnap a child? So it is that everybody just start calling these people in Zone 2. Let their ogas, the people on top of them, from the commissioner to the AIG to the DIG, let all of them know that their boys are being used for illegal purposes and committing crimes all around Lagos State. Let's move.
I'm going to head over to YouTube and take some comments. We are streaming live, Nigeria Info FM. Mrs. Oboli, because she's called, I'll skip her message. Jeff says, Chai, this is so painful. Lots of comments in the comment section. Ekai Teolawale, oh Lord, this is so painful. Ayodele, oh my goodness, this is so heartbreaking. Why was he the one doing CPR? This is when he was even exclaiming he got married. Jeff says again, this story is very painful, that it's obvious he was a rich man and it was difficult for the parents to take her, Mr. and Mr. Adigwe, to take their child away. This is sad, really, really sad. Okorie says this. Ike, in fact, has said he's almost crying. Jegade Oiza Samsam says, just can't stop crying. This is really sad. Youth Development Rights Initiative, so heart-wrenching. He will not go free no matter what happens. He will pay and in multiple folds. Julius, I don't know, this comment that Julius has made, I don't even know if I should read it. Let me read it. It says, my candid opinion to most of the Igbos, please reduce the bride price you take from your in-law. This makes it look like you have sold your daughter to a heartless millionaire. That's why you can't interfere whenever there's domestic violence. That has nothing to do with the conversation that we're having.
Please don't
that has nothing to do. So yes, that's why I hesitated. That's why I hesitated. That's not.
It's bride price.
It doesn't apply.
The bride price he paid was just 5,000 naira. And we returned 2,000 naira to him because to tell him that we are not selling our child.
Yeah.
We are from Delta.
They are not Igbos.
But the man is Igbo.
So don't even bring what ridiculous. Even if I paid you 1 million naira, is that the cause to support?
And he didn't have money at that time.
Okay, let's go on.
He didn't have money. My daughter was earning more than him.
I hope it wasn't your daughter that borrowed him the money to pay.
Yes, he bought him a land He bought him a land.
Your daughter bought him a land?
Yes, in Shokote, and we built house for him there.
Please, ma'am. Please, ma'am. It's okay. I don't. This,
Over on
what you are
WhatsApp,
saying-
Tayo from Aja says, such a sad event. A retired police officer with the means to investigate cause of death of his own flesh and blood is being frustrated by his former employer. Sometimes we deal with the worst of society. I wonder where the husband is in all of this because this abuse has turned to murder. Tayo says his condolences to the family is very, very tearful to hear. A lot of people are enraged if you see the messages coming in. Someone says, I always tell those who stay in abusive marriages, a man that beats you in a relationship and apologizes with an expensive gift will kill you in marriage and give you your body a befitting burial. Good morning, Barrister Olumide Anuyichi. He says, those of you who plead for abusive people, they and their family. Wow, that's heavy. Everybody's upset. People are sending heavy comments. Good morning, Oye Barrister and Pa and Ma Adigwe. I'm so sorry they had to go through what they went through. This is a lesson to my generation that proverb that says, what an adult sees while sitting, a child, even if he or she climbs an iroko tree, he or she will not see it. Still
I wonder why you say.
Goes ahead. This is from Xavier.
You,
Xavier is texting from Bagada. And he says, there is an Igbo proverb that says, if the ear is warned and it refuses to hear, when the head is cut off, it will follow it. Barrister, keep talking to people in harsh tones. I love it. Since humans don't like being talked to kindly, some harsh talk is needed. The word is enough for the wise. Right as well. All right. Can't
Let's
stop
go
crying.
back to
This
this
is too
one.
sad. My condolences to the family. Yemi from Ikorodu. Xavier is also annoyed of the previous message saying I shouldn't read it. Yes, I agree. I ignore a lot of messages. However, I needed to point that out so that mindsets are being changed because that was on a public platform and everyone will see it. 99.3, welcome to the show. Good morning, sir. You're welcome. Please go ahead, sir.
Story. This is devastating. A human being, do we have a good lawyer in this country like Barrister is doing? Did they need to be told to carry on with this case? Police officer in your own country, this is hectic. This is sad story. See, when I lost my father, I couldn't cry, but I've been crying. Serious.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate it.
99.3, good morning. That's okay.
Grandma, Grandpa, Adigwe, just know this for one thing. We'll get justice. Barrister Olumide. Yes, gentlemen.
Yes, this is Madam Kenny, I believe. Awesome. Okay.
This is, yeah. The suggestion I have to make, is it possible to obtain a certified true copy of each of those two cases and pass them to the HR department, attention, the legal department of the company the man is working in?
I think that is already, that's what I'm preparing to do that. I'm preparing to do that.
Stop.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Kenny.
Amen. And thanks for the other time. Thank you for
We
the
are
other
calling
time.
American government
Yes. To intervene.
Trump and not to allow him to.
All right, thank you very much, madam. How can the daughter rest when the other children, yeah.
Okay, are they
So
being taken care of?
what do you expect now?
What are they witnessing?
Let's move.
In line with what Adigwe just said, Ife from California sent a WhatsApp message saying, "Morning, Olumide, my heart bleeds with this story. I'm just wondering what Nigerian police has turned to. So sad, Barrister. She said she will call you. If he says she will call you later and see how the American government will respond to this matter, please. Anyone that can help,
Yes.
go a long way, please." Again, the numbers to call 0201 277 0993, 0201 465 7190. If you notice your number is not working, regardless of your gender, please call the one that is working. All right, thank you. WhatsApp, possible 809 597 5805. Someone sends a message saying, went to Facebook and saw Mama and Papa. Whoever is responsible for their pains, even remotely, will not express peace like this people. Good morning. They should petition the IG. Harrison sends this message. Again, the number 0201 277 0993 and 0201 465 7190. Good morning, Barrister and Sister. Please, we should rise up to contribute funds to support this case. Reverend Akpan says he will send something to you very soon. Sends his regards to 99.3. Good morning. Who's on the line, please? Good morning, sir. You're welcome.
Good morning. Amen.
My name is Godwin, calling from Lafway. I doubt my heart goes to the family of this sister of ours. And I doubt if the people who came on operational duty to carry the daughter and the grandchildren, I don't think they are Nigerian police officers. The investigation should be carried out. I believe if a Nigerian police officer, I think they will do better than what they have to. I don't think they are Nigerian.
But she has not only told you who they are. She mentioned their names and they met in Zone 2. They have offices in Zone 2. They are all there.
They took us there.
They drove them there now.
They arrested us.
Sir, please,
Yeah, they arrested us.
Please.
So that some human beings that are not supposed to be in human environment.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please, sir, Daddy, what village, what town are you from in Delta?
I'm from Obashu.
Where, what local government is that?
Anocha, South
Mommy, what?
Same.
I'm from Obashu, Anocha, South.
So why I'm asking is for your brothers who are listening on the program to know that their own children, they are the daughters and the son of that local government are the ones of your local government of your village are the ones in trouble. So you have to reach out to them as well to try to help, because it could be any one of you. There has to be a group action, right from the village to the town to the city to the organizations to the police in Zone 2. They have to produce that child and arrest that man for misleading the police. And also, he has a case already in court. So why will you, when the court already said they should not release the child, you went extrajudicially, illegally, to take a child from the parents and hand over to someone you don't know where he lives? No. Go ahead.
99.3. Good morning. Welcome to the show. All right, please call back if you can. I can't hear you. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the show. 99.3. Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead, please. Okay. Thank you, sir, for your candid opinion. Over on WhatsApp, a message from Mr. Mess Consulting says, love the conversations this morning. Abusive people are generally people with no self-esteem, which is a ripple effect of traumatic parenting. High time intending couples do professional counseling at the very start of their knowing each other before involving parents. This is important so that all the red banners will be seen and the situation should dissolve before it's too late. Both the abuser and abused will need psychotherapy. Also, people who are involved with an abusive partner have no self-esteem. That's why they remain there and pray faithless prayers. Good morning, Barrister Olumide and Mrs. Onyinye. Sincere condolences to the Adigwe's. May God give you victory at last. Amen. Amen. 99.3. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Okay, there seems to be a challenge with the phone lines. I sincerely apologize, but it seems as though the 0201 465 7190 is working. 0201 465 7190. Please use that to call. Thank you. Good morning, 99.3. Welcome to the show. Good morning, Mr. Chris.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you for that feedback. We'll let our engineers know.
Good police June 12, 2021. Policemen, 5 of them, they robbed me of 70,000. When I complained, they said, "No, are you sure that they are police? We have bad eggs." Now the bad eggs are then the image of the new, the good ones. Like that lady, the madam mentioned, she still does them too. Please, with barrister, madam, and Ogadia, I know you will get justice. There are bad eggs in the police, and it's a slap on the IG if he allowed it to go under the carpet. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chris. And it's sad because they're not, someone is disguising to do that. They are boldly wearing their uniforms, their badges, telling you where they are from. As per, you can't do anything to them.
Yes, they did before.
As per, there's nothing that you can.
Yes, when they obstructed the autopsy, nothing happened.
They came again.
They are the second defendant in our case in court. They are. Anytime they come to serve them any paper, they turn them out. They turn the lawyers out. They will now have to go to court to get a bailiff that will come and serve them. They are doing it with impunity. That nothing will happen.
So sad.
That is it.
What you do is to not put the Nigerian police force on any letter step. You put the name of the police officer. The name of the police officer there. So that, when you put the Nigerian police force, you are talking, is it Lagos, is it Abuja?
No, they used to put that's what
our lawyers said. You put that formation, zone 2. You now put the name of the department and the officers, their names, you outline it there.
Okay.
So that it is very clear. Let's move on.
Ike, the professional coach, says, "How do we contribute money? I'm interested in this case," and he says he's willing to spend $1 million for this. Someone else has asked that you reach out to him, but the thing is, reaching out to you because this feed is going to end after the show. Barrister may not be able to track you, so what we can do is we don't have permission to share account details, but before the end of the show, Barrister will share his contacts and ways that we can reach out to support. Contacts financially.
Can we just do this? I'm sure Oga would allow me.
We have about 7 seconds to a break. So when we come back, we can make a phone call to him during that break, just to be sure one safe side, and then we'll come back and do it. Stay with us.
News and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
Sir, Nigeria Info, still listening to the nation's number one talk station. And it's Relationship 360. Barrister Louis is here. I'm here. Oninichi Aderibibe. Mr. and Mrs. Adigwe are here. And boy, oh boy, it is a heavy morning.
It's a very heavy morning. And
Jimmy is standing by. I'm sure he has things to say. During the break, we had to get permission expressly from.
In fact, I'm very encouraged, and I want to appreciate management. They've already, as we're talking, calls were already being made. How to push and assist this family. The beat, Nigeria Info, already doing its work to help assist you, sir.
Thank you.
My special appreciation goes to the management of Nigeria Info, already working on this. Oga Sheriff, God bless you. So we have the permission to share account details, and if you're ready, the Gnosis Help Initiative 2033986788 First Bank 2033986788 First Bank. The Gnosis Help Initiative. One more time. 2033986788 First Bank. If you might want to help out, we know that we might incur some real costs while trying to the process of this matter. We won't stop until our granddaughter is returned by the Nigerian police. They must track whoever it is because they handed him over.
Yes.
The Zone 2 must go and get the child back because it is an extrajudicial operation. It is illegal. And this man must be arrested because this is when you are obtaining under false pretense, when you are misleading I don't want to even care whether he's misleading the police, or you don't bring 12 armed police officers to take one 10-year-old child
school bus with other children.
With other children. Are you what is that? Why didn't you simply just invite them to the police station? You could have just simply served this family a letter of invitation and they will come with the child. You brought armed robbers are going free. No 12 policemen with
exactly.
Now for a 10-year-old you are bringing 3 vehicles, SUVs, to block and intimidating grandparents.
These are the issues when individuals are the ones controlling the police. The police is for
This is
state.
They said they are taking us in like we're in a night girl. They said they will take us like that.
They didn't respect that these are elderly people. And please, the American embassy, I don't know, maybe you send multiple letters because by mistake, this man should not mistakenly cross.
No, they should even know. Thank God we have the
pictures, whatever.
Now. There's no.
Should not mistakenly take this girl out. It's not fair. I can't imagine the trauma she's in. The parents she has known for her whole life. All of a sudden, you're just uprooted her from acting.
You don't do that without a court order. You can't. Let's move on, please.
0201 465 7190 for the phone. 0201 465 7190. WhatsApp 0809 597 5805. Skype, X, and YouTube and Facebook. Nigeria Info FM. Skype is strictly for those not in the country who would like to call. 1 minute, please. Good morning and welcome to the show. Hello. Please call me back. 99.3. Good morning and welcome. Go ahead.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you
that
very
would be
much.
done.
Thank you very much, Madam Blessing. Okay, I'm about to take the account details again. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. 20 33 98 6788. The Nurses Help Initiative, First Bank. 20 33 98 6788. First Bank, the Nurses Help Initiative. Thank you. Go ahead.
Good morning, 99.3, welcome. Welcome to the show. You're welcome, sir.
You see, the police of Zone 2, like someone said earlier, they are lost unto themselves. I have a particular case now that I've been, running for over a year. A case of a lady whose rights have been.
1 minute, sir, please.
The boss just decided to victimize her and got her arrested. The Sango police station people, they investigated, they saw that there was no case to it, and they brought in some policemen from Zone 2, and they charged the case, the lady to court for no evidence, nothing. That case has been there. I got a lawyer for that lady. For over a year now, they've been adjourning. The case coming to this to court, and they kept on adjourning just because the lady felt she's powerful.
All right, thank you, sir. Something needs to be done.
Something.
All right, thank you so much, sir.
Thank
a
you
comment
very
on YouTube from. Apologies. A comment on YouTube from Faith Fatia Atulahi. Ayomidi, apologies for not getting your name properly. Says, good morning. Nigerian police worship morning. Says that he has a case close to this. His junior sister's baby father came with his family, beat them up just because they had money. So the same thing. Interesting. This person is basically sharing a similar experience. Mr. Benny says we need to walk all over Nigeria, not just Lagos. We need to change the mentality of boys, men on marriages. We need to teach girls, ladies, especially young girls too. Mr. Philip on YouTube makes an interesting, very valid comment. Says, as regards the Uchenna, please, people should know the story that they tell their children, because this guy will tell the children another story. I can't even imagine what the two who.
But the children saw some of the abuse. Even the grandmother was even hit. Mommy here was hit at one time, but she refused to leave. That's what I don't understand. Mommy, you went there to bring her.
I went there to do omugo, and he said he wanted to sleep, that there was no fleet for him to fleet his room because of mosquito. And when he carried the red can and he came, I was sitting, he just threw it on me, and the thing bounced on my head. I even had to abandon my daughter to come back to Lagos.
Mommy, that should have been
And
the end
and
now.
she started where they gave her the tear, because she gave birth through cesarean. When they gave her the tear, started opening, and she called me, Mommy, Uche has said he will kill me. Do you not want him to kill me?
But why didn't she leave
Come
now?
back, come back.
Why did
I had to go back to Port Harcourt again and nurse her.
But mommy, why didn't you take her away?
I told her now that we should go. He said he will be praying for him now. That it is because of his parental upbringing. That he doesn't have parental upbringing. That is father.
So she is the one that will give him parental
I don't
upbringing.
know.
Please, let's go back.
She was hoping she loved him, but the man did not love her.
She miscarried twice.
The man did not love her. The love was not reciprocal. I've been telling her. From the way this man is treating you, from the way when I'm going, I go with my ATM card. I'm the one that will be buying things for her. She does not give her anything, even as the head of customer service. It was her boss that bought her suit. Say, you're a very beautiful girl. I don't like the clothes you wear to work. And you are bringing customers for us. Many people are coming to Zenenberg through you. She wasn't in marketing, and the way she relates to people. They say people are nice, but they have never seen somebody that is as nice as her.
Okay.
Someone was even suggesting
Mama, my daughter.
99.3, good morning.
I've been crying for 10 years. I've been crying. There's no day I don't cry.
Over your situation. I want to suggest something. It's impossible for grandma and grandpa to get across to their son who lost a mother. Probably she might have an idea where the first two set of children are, and probably the last
You
one.
heard that the mother has run away from the father because of this beating. It's only the father. The father is late.
The father just died.
So they are looking for.
Only because she's in the US, and in the US, you just
the children
It wasn't in the US before. It's because this case is in court. Yes.
You got relocated now.
Okay. Thank you very
Thank you
much.
for the
Thank you
suggestion.
very
I mean,
much.
any helpful suggestion helps. Barrister Lumide, Mr. Mess Consulting Company, would love to work with you on educating the male child rightly concerning how to channel their male energies into personal relationships, and they're asking for your contact. So the contact will be shared before the end of the show. Thank you very much. Just many people who are willing to be part of this. Nice 5.3. Good morning. You're welcome.
Gets a bit more publicity and probably justice. Veritable Family, Human Rights Radio. I don't know if it's possible to align with them as well to have this issue also this.
That is. Sorry, where is that? In Abuja.
Oh, I know him. I know who you're talking about.
And let's just have as much publicity as possible.
Okay, we move. Thank you. We move.
Someone suggested it be protest. Hello, good morning. 99.3. Welcome to the show.
I don't mind doing that. So.
Hello, can you hear me? Unfortunately, I can't. Please call back. Hello, good morning. Please turn off your radio for us. Thank you. Welcome. Please turn off your radio. Thank you. Good morning.
From Ikorodu. Barely sympathize with the mommy and daddy there. I went to YouTube to look at their faces. In fact, it's unbelievable. I want to also suggest that if it is possible, they write a personal letter to Trump and submit it to the American embassy in case this man has escaped back to US. Now that Trump is looking for people to deport, whether he has papers or
it's true.
It's true. We already did something like that, but we can continue and even add more flesh to the better
yeah, that's 99.3, especially when you want to be shared. You're welcome, sir.
I want to say, I want to.
That's okay. Go ahead.
Issue of Zone 2. I think it's becoming another thing entirely. I also have a case with them, one of my cousins who bought a land, and the person that sold the land to another person. They reported the case, and they blocked my cousin because of the. I'm a deputy of narcotics, deputy commander of narcotics in Abuja. I have to take it up from Abuja, and they said, "What did I want?" I said, "The guy, he has to transfer to Madu," and they do that for me. We need to take this matter out. If it is so, please, I will call you after this show, Mr. Lunga.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. In fact, I'm thinking of a protest already, sir. I'm thinking of a protest in front of Zone 2. A peaceful, not a protest, sorry. Let me, not a protest. They will start shooting at citizens. Let them start now. Let them start. It's not a protest, though. It's called a demonstration. Let me use the right words. A demonstration. It's not to, but to just let them know, in case AIG does not know, that this one should make AIG know that there is so much corruption going on and illegal duties. Very illegal, extrajudicial. How can a matter be in court and you go and take a job before the determination of the court? With policemen armed, do you know what it is? You see, you can't just carry guns. You have to sign. You have to sign in. How can they have over 12 guns to pick a child? So which petition did they use for that operation? Because not only that, the man is big. Because you don't just carry the weapons. You don't just go. They don't release guns just like that. For them to come disarmed, 3 SUVs. Let's go ahead, please.
Unfortunately, I can't hear you. Okay, I can hear you now. Good morning. Good morning. Please go ahead.
It has really touched me this morning. I've cried my eyes out. Women are really endangered. And to be really honest, domestic violence starts from the abuse, the verbal abuse. It starts from the mommy and daddy are very sorry that you have to go through this in the evening of your life. At this age, you have to go through this. Mr. Utena, it will not be well with you. Wherever you are, we must get justice. Now, is there any way we can post this on?
Please go ahead. Please go ahead. Please go ahead. If you want to reach out, anyone that wants to, well, not just anyone, but if you want to do anything, I can invite them for an interview where, in fact, I want bloggers, I want a newspaper, whatever form of either print or social media, I can give a date. In my office, they will be there. You can interview them, take videos, they will bring the documents, they will bring proof, they will bring pictures so that you can share on your blog or I will give you that day. In fact, my office will be open that day, no work, just for Mr. and Mrs. Adigwe. And any journalist, any blogger, anyone that wants to meet with them, so that you can come, take whatever information they will give you, and you post all around Nigeria. This has to stop, because tomorrow it might be your own child. Oh, please, those.
Thing that people should keep praying. There's a reason why God gave us a brain inside our head. We're supposed to use it.
Those are ridiculous people, and I don't blame them. It is the people that go there.
Our pastor played a very bad part in this fight.
What
happened? The pastor continues to advise her.
Which church is that?
This is Healing Wings, Pastor Aribisala.
Told her to remain in abuse.
She has been complaining. He only told me that she said she's in depression. She's depressed. I said, so what causes depression? Did you ask? And immediately she died. The pastor shifted all his attention, all his love to the husband and started defending him.
Anywhere
this is a pastor that was condemning him before. Now he shifted. I'm so surprised at him. I'm so surprised at him. Somebody I love so much, my daughter loves so much.
It's a business venture. Please, let's leave that. Not all pastors are like that. But 98% of them are like that. 98, 99, 99. It's where the money is now. You can give.
That is it.
Let's move.
I
Let's
told
move
you,
on.
I said, Pastor.
You carry your marriage matter. Are they professionals?
Because if I'm
Are they professionals? Is this a matter of salvation or survival?
We don't know.
Keep sending the abuser. You keep sending the sheep back to the wolf. You keep sending the sheep back to the wolf. When won't the wolf eat the sheep? Over 300 deaths last year alone. Over 3, and we don't even have the right statistics. This year, I'm trying to go around. You see, I've gone to Sokoto, I've gone to Enugu, I've gone to Anambra, Lagos, Oyo, Ogun. Giving you, we don't have that statistics. If the Bureau of Statistics that doesn't have any statistics, if they can collate the number of suicides, the number of femicides, that is the killing of women because of their gender in this domestic violence, you will be shocked at the actual amount of women that we lose every year. Yet these same women will be told by other women to remain in the abuse. These same women will remain and start saying that they are changing. We are bearing more and more. What else do we have to do to you? What else must we show you that you are an endangered species if you choose to remain with an abusive man? Let me round up here. This is just very ridiculous. I created that every third Saturday of the month in collaboration with the University of Marriage, so that they will come. I tell you, please come every third Saturday of the month, 12 to 6, 14 Ogulano Drive. Come. If you are not sure, come meet me there. Let me show you. Not only do I tell you, I show you on the screen. You have people when you will be afraid when you come and hear what is going on there. Yet you sit down in your abusive marriage. Some of you, instead of you to even come and get some knowledge so that you'll be able to advise right. Thank you, Daddy and Mommy Adigwe. By God's grace, we will get your granddaughter back. Amen. By God's grace, this man will pay for his crimes. We won't go scot-free. We will do our best. Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate for giving us the opportunity to express our feelings.
Thank you.
And those callers,
thank you for coming.
Those are Nigerians who have been calling and sympathizing with us. We pray that such will not happen to their family.
Amen. No, amen. No, may we not bury our own children. No. In our old age, we will now start running after grandchildren when we are supposed to be reaping.
The most painful thing is to lose your own child. Very, very painful.
God bless us all. For those that may want to reach me, please, my number is 0909 3214 942. 0909 3214 942. Again, 0909 3214 942. And by WhatsApp or phone calls, you can reach out to me. So on Saturday, 15th February at 1 p.m., I will be at the Harvester City Church at Harvester City Close, Adebayo Street by famous bus stop off Pedro Road. That's Shomolu, Lagos. Please try to make it there where you will get to meet me in person, hear me, and be able to ask your questions without fear or favor, without guilt or shame, boldly. Saturday, 15th of February at 1 p.m. Please kindly meet me at the Harvester City Church. That is in Shomolu of Pedro Road. Now, the Nurses Volunteer Network. Let me first of all tell you about these courageous people. I started an initiative all across local governments of Lagos State. That listen, you don't have to move anywhere, just where you are, where you live. Join me to speak against domestic violence and abuse and child abuse. So whenever we have a matter in your area, we just reach out to you so that we will stand with the victims. It's because nobody is there to support them. Abusers always have popular support. Right from family, their families will support them. The church will support. I have, in all my years, 22 years, I have never seen a pastor or a clergyman come to stand with the victim at the police station. They always come to plead for the abuser. I have never seen them take someone to the police station themselves and be the complainant. They will tell you to go. But the difference is that we will follow you there. We will sit down with you there. We raise money within ourselves to sponsor your logistics. Because a lot of these people are disenfranchised. People that their husbands have told to stop work, they don't have money to do anything. The Nurses Volunteer Network are a group of people who have stood with me. If you would like to join us to speak against this or to support this in your own neighborhood, where you are, you don't have to go anywhere, just where you live. And you will meet other people, whether it's Etiosa, Yaba, Ikorodu, you just meet all of them there. And whenever there is a case, you see them come up to support, to intervene, to protect, to speak up. When at times, when you're in the police station and the volunteer network in that area, they show up. Even the police sit upright. And that is what we do. We stand for the victims, not for lies. The volunteer network would have their first meeting of this year online tomorrow, Sunday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Very compulsory, very Google Meet. So I want to appreciate the volunteer network. God bless you all for what you do. People from all walks of life just coming together saying, I want to be. So please, if you would like to join us, please, you must have some people you just call and say they want to join and they just talk I just remove them. These serious people. You have your job, so we're not telling you you have to work. But when there are cases around you, okay. I want to also thank one of our other listeners. I call her Mama Deri. I've never met her, but her daughter came into the country to support an NGO, and she told her that you have to support this Barrister Olumide. The daughter was, who is this Barrister Olumide? She came to my office, and thank God she saw some things happened. She saw what we do, and thank God she has decided to support us. Mama Deri, thank you. I don't know who you are, but I want to especially thank you for having us in mind when your daughter came. And we pray that people will remember us and what we do when the time comes before great people to support what we do. It is very tedious financially on us. This month, I also would want to do a training for members of the volunteer network, but people have said we should open it to everybody on relationships, marriages, domestic violence, and abuse. A lot of pressure. People want, would you train? Okay, I would open it up. It is not free. We'll train you in terms of gender-based violence, the laws to protect you, child abuse, counseling. I'm not a life coach or therapist or counselor. I'm just a voice in the wilderness. I will point you to the right direction. Mine is truth. So I would announce how it will go this month beginning. It will be like 3 or 4 weeks, Saturday program. And then we will give you a certificate after. If you do well in our eyes, we would give you a certificate. Thank you once again. And for those that want to support, please let me give you the account details again. It is 2033986788. Once again, 2033986788. The Nurses Help Initiative First Bank. Thank you. Once again.
Sir, God bless you. Miss Mrs. Adigwe was standing behind you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
I'm grateful.
I have an announcement to make. I don't know if there's time. It's less than 30 seconds to go,
go ahead.
But you can join me on at 10 for a proper announcement. Today is my last day on the show because I'm leaving this great organization. But like I said, I'm sorry. I don't mean to break your heart, dear listener. At 10 a.m. I'm still here, so we'll talk properly.
So this will be your last on relationship.
Maybe next time I will just pop in and say hi. But 99.3. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this break. Ooh. They're going to fight me like, is that how you would tell us that you're going?
That's sad.
Exploring new opportunities. Sad, we will rejoice with you.
Amen. We'll get back.
Even though it seems hard,
Thank you.
I was that place look familiar.
Uncle Jimmy, that's great. Thank you very much. You can put it off. Uncle, I have a book for you.